Good morning, my fellow Malaysians. I'm sure all of you must be aware of the DRT or Demand Responsive Transit controversy that is now in the media. Now, this is regarding Ramachandran, who is the husband of YB Hannah Yeoh, and his company Asia Mobility, who actually won the contract to do this. Now, this contract was awarded by the Selangor government. It's fine. DAP may have been part of the government, but I'm sure the government saw who was the best candidate and gave it to the best person who could do this project. Right? Now, I'm a bit sad that the MCA in Perak decided to make a police report about this. I wonder why. I mean, so what if the DAP is part of the Selangor government? I'm sure this was deliberated properly, checked properly, and even Tan Sri Azam Baki, who is the MACC chief, said there was absolutely nothing wrong with that transaction. Now, it is sad that the opposition and everybody is after the government and trying to bring the government down by anything. Now, we have had so many cases of corruption. Here we have had this particular thing has nothing to do with corruption. Now, can you please explain why you mean to say that the minister's husband or wife cannot pursue their own rice board? They cannot do business for fear that it will reflect on their spouse? I don't think it's fair. I mean, if a person is capable like Rama is, I don't see any reason why he cannot pursue his business if it's done transparently like it was done at this time. So what if he's a spouse of Hannah Yeoh? Nothing wrong with that. She earned the right to be the minister on her own steam. He didn't have anything to do with it. And he, on the other hand, earned the right to be a CEO of the company that he founded, Asia Mobility. Hannah Yeoh had nothing to do with it. They are independent professionals who are doing everything correct. I think it's a sad state of affairs in this country. Now you talk about corruption. Here we have Najib already convicted. Dato Najib has been convicted and he's in jail. And there are now attempts to get him out of jail and put him in home arrest. His fine has been cut. His jail time has been reduced. I mean, this is ridiculous. Then we have people who, had cases against them, like our Deputy Prime Minister. His case was discharged, but it can be brought back on if the government want to. I mean, how could all that be done? And this is absolutely nothing wrong with this case, and people are after Hannah Yeoh. I don't think that's correct. Now, when we talk of corruption, I'm also upset that our Prime Minister, Dato Anwar, who won the election with the promise that he was going to deal with corruption. He tried to do what he could, but dealing with corruption is not difficult. For the Prime Minister, I mean, for everybody else perhaps, but for the Prime Minister, all he has to do is tell the Income Tax Department to go and ask Tun Mahathir where he got his money from. Ask Tun Daham's children, where did you get your money from? How did you make billions of money? Where did you get that from? Where did you get that seed money from? All you have to do is ask the people that you suspect who are corrupt and inquire where did their money come from. Everyone can see that this money came from sources that were favorable to them, sources that other people do not have. And it's quite simple. I mean, if they can tell you where the money came from, that's fine. But you cannot give an excuse like Najib's wife gave, saying that she saved the money when she was young to buy a 10 carat diamond. I mean, that's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. How can anyone save that kind of money? Now, I don't know where we are heading. I honestly have no idea where Malaysia is heading, but unless this evil is nipped in the bud and people are being honest, I think it's hard. It's going to be very, very, very difficult to change. The government seems to forget that in just about 3.5 years, they will have to face the people. Now, it has been known that Malaysians' memory is short, and I'm sure the government is banking that in 3.5 years, people will forget about all this. That is not going to happen because things are not going to improve. Corruption is rampant and nothing is moving as it should. I hope the Prime Minister looks into this and does something about it. We elected him because we had hope. He will probably be re-elected because we have very, very little choice. But, people are watching. People are watching. We just saw the Indian elections. People know what they are doing. And if a strong opposition is put, I think everybody will be accountable, even the Prime Minister. I hope something is done soon because things are not improving as they should. Thank you guys. Good evening, and I'll talk to you again.